Welcome to the 92nd Academy Awards for the year of 2020. Hello, movie fans. My name is Kevin McCarthy, and I'm coming to you for my very special Academy Awards night. Can I tell you, Oscar night has always been something near and dear to my heart. I sometimes will refuse to watch other award shows, whether it's the Emmys, the Grammys, or the Tonys, or the Golden Globes, whatever, because I love the Oscars so much. Tonight was a special night because it's one of rare times that there have been so many great movies and so many great performances. Usually it's like one or two movies, but this is between several movies that could be to make choices for best picture or director or actors. So well done this year. But there's also so many great films that wasn't nominated. I mean, there's so many that was not nominated that I feel injustice by even mentioning the ones on. But I'm going to leave out some worthy films, but I'm just on top of my mind right now because I do this live, no editing, nothing. I say Uncut Gems was a really amazing film, and there's other films that I may not be able to think right now, but I want to say Uncut Gems was a truly great movie this year, and I implore other people to go out and see it. That being said, we had some really great films nominated for this year, and this is Oscar night. Now, normally I would do one where I would tell me my picks who wins before, and I realize that's always because sometimes I let me pause this, go to a different location. So what I was saying before was there's a lot of great films nominated this year, and so I didn't want to do a what should win or what I want to win type of things because there's many people who do that here on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. So I was trying to do something different, and so I posted my nominations. I did the whole gold derby, so it's all locked in stone. I can't change that, and I can just kind of give you my passionate opinion because in the past I would oftentimes I would say I think this person might win, but I really hope this person win. I would vote by my heart and never lose. And I mean, I've won many Oscar polls, and I've come really close to winning others. And usually, when I will lose, is because I kind of vote my heart and like I knew that we were gonna win, but I was hoping this person was gonna win. And so that's why to do the whole pre-Oscar, I lock my votes in stone, put it on Gold Derby, so it's there. So people can check me out on Gold Derby and see, you know. I just want to talk about the films, what win. Let's do a quick recap. So there wasn't a lot of surprises. I mean, well, there were, but let me get to it. I'll get to that later. But like for supporting actor, Brad Pitt won for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And now the other four nominees, Tom Hanks, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, Anthony Hopkins, were amazing actors. They all have won. They all are amazing actors. And they all have won Oscars except for Brad Pitt. So it's kind of fitting for Brad Pitt to win Best Supporting Actor. Now, I mean, his performance is okay. It's really well done, deserving of a win. I'm not taking anything from Brad Pitt. His performance is really a co-lead with Leonardo DiCaprio, but whatever, he's nominated for supporting actor, which means he's a win supporting actor. The Oscar wants to give him an acting Oscar. I know he's got one for producing 12 Years a Slave and for producing The Departed, but here's an acting Oscar. He's an actor, so we gotta get him an acting Oscar. So this is his year, and he's the one of 5 nominees who have not won. The other 4 nominees have won. So Brad Pitt won for Best Supporting Actor. And then, of course, I'm going to go quite quickly. You have Hair one for Best Animated Short, and you have Toy Story 4, one for Best Animated Feature. You have a film that won for best live short film. My Neighbor's Window, and I saw all five, and honestly, it was very impressive, and that was more well polished, and more, you could tell they had money, and they made it looked great. But as far as story wise, it was kind of boring, and I thought it was my least favorite for best live short film. There's some great ones, but I think the best short film was, because like this for Sama was, I was hoping it was longer. But anyway, so the best short film that I thought should have won was A Sister. And if you ever get a chance to see the five nominees, you see that A Sister truly is the best live short film. With that being said, moving on. Of course, documentary feature was Netflix won their Oscar for The American Factory, produced by the Michelle Obama and Barack Obama's production company. Documentary short feature was something about living in a war zone. I'm sorry, it's Long Night. Hold on, let me pause this. So let me move the location while I think some more. Hi guys. So best visual effects. Sorry, beautiful flower. So focus, Kevin. Focus. Best visual effects went to. What am I doing? What am I doing? Best visual. Okay, no, what is this crack? Best visual effects went to 1917. Best makeup went to Bombshell. Best costume design went to Little Women. Best sound effects editing went to Ford versus Ferrari. Best mixing went to 1917. Best editing went to Ford versus Ferrari. Best cinematography went to 1917 for Roger Deakins, who won, I think, back to back. See, because the last year he won for Blade Runner 2, and people were like, oh, well, he's been passed over for so many years, so we gotta give it to him this year. And then he turns around and wins it for amazing movies. So it's kind of like, well, next time let's not give it to somebody who has been overlooked, whether they'll make a movie, because they might make another great movie. And then, so let me pause this and move to a different location. I like this idea. Hi guys, welcome back. Kevin McCarthy here. So, best score went to Huda Gutmeier, Doctor, for Joker. Best song went to Rocket Man. So, Elton John won his second Oscar, and Brady Taupin won his first nomination for his Oscar win for writing that song for the movie Rocket Man, which I have to say, I really enjoyed Rocket Man. I saw it twice in theaters, and I thought it deserved to be nominated for Best Picture. And I thought Taron Egerton deserved to be nominated for Best Actor. I also thought Eddie Murphy deserved to be nominated for Best Actor for Dolan is My Game. Honestly, though, it's hard to think who would I take out. And I also thought Adam Sandler should have been nominated for Uncut Gems. So I would put Taron Egerton, I would put Eddie Murphy, I would put Adam Sandler, I would put Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. Gosh, it's hard to say. Like, you put Adam Driver, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jonathan Pryce. Who would you put out? That's a tough decision. So I'm giving the Academy a pass this year, because truly was some really good films this year and good performances. All right, so let's see. We did supporting actor. We did best supporting actress. Went to Laura Dern for Marriage Story, although she was also in the movie Little Women by Greta Gerwig, the spouse of Marriage Story writer director Noah Baumbach. So, but if you see Laura Dern, her performances in Little Women and Marriage Story, they're polar opposite of each other. So that was always good telling that. And Laura Dern, she well deserved it. I think her mom, Diane Ladd, has been nominated but never won. Her dad, Bruce Dern, has been nominated many times and never won. So it's kind of cool that she got to win an Oscar, and her mom, Diane Ladd, was the date. So we got supporting actor, actress cover, visual effects. I think we did the short films, the animated film shorts, animated feature. We did documentary feature, documentary short. What did we do? Let me pause this and move to the location. So best adapted screenplay went to Jojo Rabbit for Taki Wakiti. Very well done. Very well deserving award. I know a lot of people thought Steven Zellian might win for Irishman. That was a great script, and Greta Gerwig for Little Women. That was the way she adapted that was pretty good. It's a really good year for movies. Best original screenplay. A lot of people thought Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but Bong Joon-ho had won for Parasite. Very well deserved. Of course, production designer went to best production design. Went to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm trying to go in my head, make sure I got everything. And I think we got. Let me just go to best actress. Went to Renee Zellweger. No surprise there. Again, some really great nominees. Best actor, again, no surprise, went to Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. And that was both Renee Zellweger's and Joaquin Phoenix's acceptance speech was unique and yet fitting for the Oscars. So I implore everybody to check out Joaquin Phoenix's acceptance speech for the Best Actor Oscar and Renee Zellweger's acceptance speech for Best Actress. I have to say this award show, this Oscar 2020 Oscars, 93rd Oscars for year 2020, was one of the best produced shows in a long time, if not ever. I like the decisions, how they did it. There you have the great opening monologue by Janelle Monáe, and I liked how Janelle Monáe came out and she did a song. And it's kind of interesting. They celebrated like the costumes that Us was one of the costumes in her opening performance. Dolomite is my game, and I just thought it was interesting. Midsummer, and I thought it was interesting because the costumes that was represented in Janelle Monáe's opening musical number were films that was not nominated. So that was really good. And I really like what Janelle Monáe did. And I'm like, let Janelle Monáe do the opening musical number. You can never top Billy Crystal. So just get a musician to do a great opening number. I like the opening monologue by Chris Rock and Steve Martin. That was brilliant. And I thought they were very funny, and I wished they let them host the rest of the show. I would do Steve Martin, Chris Rock any day. That was a great job. I laughed. Steve Martin and Chris Rock are some of the brilliant comics, and I thought they addressed everything perfectly. So that being said, let me move on to Best Director. Was a surprise because for the 10th time in Academy Award, there's been 93 Academy Awards, and this is 2020. So 2028 would be the 100th Academy Award, which should be interesting because hopefully by that time Academy can get it right. But to say, for the 10th time in Academy history, the Best Director did not go to the winner of the DGA. The winner of the DGA went to Sam Mendes. But Best Director went to Bong Joon-ho for Parasite, which I have to say continues a streak of those last 6 Best Directors have been gone from foreign filmmakers. Mostly the last 5 times had been filmmakers born in Mexico City. So here's a plus to have a foreign filmmaker born in South Korea, which South Korea has never had a film nominated Now they have a movie been nominated, but has won 4 Oscars, and not in the English language. That was very well done. Bong Joon-ho for one Best Director, and it was a very emotional speech when he got up on that stage. And I have to tell you, I cried. I cried so much. Bong Joon-ho, he said that Scorsese inspired him, and you know what? To Scorsese's credit, he's won 1 Oscar, but he's inspired so many filmmakers, not just in America, but around the world. And that is telling Scorsese that's a win. To be able to make a great movie that just have won awards, but to inspire filmmakers around the world, not just in the United States, but around the world. That's Scorsese. You should be proud of that, proud of yourself. And then he also called out, he said, a lot of American audiences didn't know his movies in America. And Tarantino always added Bong Joon-ho's movies to his list, and he introduced American audiences to Bong Joon-ho. And so he said to that, "I love you, Quentin Tarantino." And then he said he thanked Sam Mendes and Todd Phillips, and he said, "For all 4 of you guys," he said, if the Academy would give me a Texas Chainsaw, I would cut this Oscar for Best Director in 5 pieces so each one of us can have an Oscar." And that was truly telling. And the guy who won for editing for Ford vs Ferrari, he said, "I want to thank James Mangold, who really truly was an amazing director, and it's a crime he wasn't nominated." Um, and I liked how after Bong Joon's emotional speech, I was crying because he won Best Director. I really wanted to win Best Director, and he's for South Korean director, and his speech was Scorsese and Tarantino and Tim, and it got me emotional, and so I don't want to go there because it's not pretty. You don't want to see that. But then they did the In Memoriam with Kobe Bryant's quote, and I'm not going to tell you what the quote is because it's powerful the way they did it. So I'm going to say, guys, YouTube the 2020 In Memoriam Academy Awards, and then look at the quote yourself. They honored Kirk Douglas at the end, and Kirk right in the beginning, a slew of amazing people who have passed. And then we did an actor. I think we did everything. So that comes to, let's go to Best Picture. For the first time in 93 years of Academy Awards, the Best Picture. Now, let me just say, Jojo Rabbit was a great movie. Irishman was a great movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a great movie. Little Woman was a great movie. Joker was an amazing movie. Ford vs Ferrari, a great movie. I mean, again, I say it again. I think the Academy should just give us 10 nominees for Best Picture. If you can do 10, give us 10. Don't stop at 9. Don't stop at 8. Don't stop at 7. That really bugs me. Just give us 10. Give us 10. Especially this year, there was more than 10 that deserved to be nominated for Best Picture. But yeah, so for the first time in 93 years, the Academy Awards, the Best Picture went to Parasite from South Korea, which won 4 Oscars at 2020 Oscars. A film not in the English language, has won Best Picture for the first time in 93 years. And it's true that Academy Awards should be the best film around the world. Not just the best film in English, the best film made in Hollywood, but the best film around the world. And that's what the Academy Awards should be, celebrating the best of the best in the entire world. And right now, I have to say, I think the Academy Awards, it's going to do great things. And in 8 years, when they celebrate the 100 years, the Academy Awards will be very. I love it. I love the fact that they moved up. You're right. This is good. Now I'm going to pause. I'm going to end on a high note for you. Very special treat. You guys have never seen me do this. You stay tuned. Watch this. I was going to play an amazing piece on this amazing piano. It's this amazing hotel at the Hotel Casa del Mar in Santa Monica. You have the ocean. I got the rose. I was gonna play an amazing piece that I've been practicing, but I can't. It's the piano lock on it, so can't play it. So stay tuned, America. My piano days are ahead. So, and also my guitar days are ahead. I'm gonna play you some great music. I'm learning a guitar and piano. I'm teaching myself. So that would have to wait. But for then, I'm signing off. For the 2020 Academy Awards, this has been a good year. Some good films nominated, and some good films have been left off. But you know what? All in all, I say Academy, we're moving in the right direction. I know there's no women nominated for Best Director, and it's a shame. But again, who would you leave out? Martin Scorsese's The Irishman, Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Bong Joon-ho for Parasite, Sam Mendes from 1917, Todd Phillips. Who would you leave out? Who would you leave out? Maybe they should add an award for first um, first time first breakthrough performance, whether it's a director or actor or writer or producer or cinematography. Do something like that. I mean, they should. I mean, but the future is bright with Academy. I think it's not the Academy's fault. I think it's the studios and these Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, these Plus need to start hiring more women filmmakers, more women directors, and more women talent and minority talent. And then the more you have women making movies, the more you have minorities, bound to it's going to be more diverse. I think the future is now. This I'm saying that as a white man. I'm saying I'm hoping, but I'm confident. It's society will be great. So again, so let me sign out. It's an Oscar night, and decked out my suit. It was an amazing night, and I gotta call my Uber and go home because I gotta go to work tomorrow. That's humbling. See you guys later, movie fans. Kevin McCarthy signing off on Oscar night. Love you guys.